committee who are here today, this afternoon. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me apologize that we have to have this event in a constrained space like the one we are having now. So we do apologize for that. Gentlemen of the press, fellow citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I consider it important to address and report to you today on issues that define the future of elective government and legitimate leadership in our country. Political leadership and active citizenship matter because they are ways through which we all work together to build a country that works for all who live in it and who will come after us. Our country is bigger than any one of us, and its standing in the world affects the fate of all who come from or live in this great country, which has great future. As leaders, it is our duty to advance the well-being of all our people and of the country. For this purpose, my generation worked hard to return the soldiers to the barracks. Very many of us are here. And to defend the right of the people to elect and establish for ourselves legitimate government. Our elections are established and governed by law and founded on the Constitution, from which leadership and government in Nigeria alone derive their legitimacy. The people look up to us as leaders to respect these rules and to defend them. This is what has brought us here today. Today, we are called upon to again, as a people, to uphold and defend the ground rules of elective government in our country. The Constitution prescribes the requirements for those who seek the highest elective office in the land. It should not take months or indeed decades for the institutions concerned to be able to do their work in establishing the credibility of any certificates presented by candidates for public office. We undertook this journey at great cost and for important reasons. The ground rules for legitimate governance in our country need to be upheld. And you who are gathered here today have the responsibility of upholding those ground rules. And the reputation of our country is at stake. That affects everyone, Nigerians everywhere, wherever they may be in the world. I am a Democrat by conviction and a citizen of a country that I love. The issues at stake in this case require us once more to rededicate ourselves to both the country in our Constitution. Now we must entrust these facts to us all as citizens and as leaders of the institutions charged with interpreting our Constitution. I should thank the lawyers, both in Nigeria and in the United States, who have assisted us in bringing clarity and definitive answers to these issues that appear to have defied our institutions for nearly a quarter of a century. I also want to extend my gratitude to the Nigerian citizens and friends of Nigeria, both within and beyond the shores of our country, for their patience as we have sought to find the facts and establish the truth. I wish to pay tribute to the late human rights activist, Chief Gani Fawehimi, senior advocate of Nigeria, who inspired us on this path of discovery. Now he can truly rest in peace in the assurance that what he started about 23 years ago has come to fruition. Gani's vindication today gives credence to the saying that no matter how fast a lie runs, the truth will someday overtake it. Former American President Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "If I had to choose between government without newspapers and newspapers without government, I wouldn't hesitate to choose the latter." From exposing the Watergate scandal and unraveling the dubious certificates of politicians, journalists have maintained eternal vigilance by bridging the gap and stepping in when other arms of government failed. It is for these reasons that commendation must be given to David Hundeyin, an independent journalist whose extraordinary work and those of many more young people like him has become a source of inspiration. Special thanks must be given to the millions of Nigerian youths and citizen journalists too, who continue to put out the truth online even when no one is listening. Indeed, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. They have put the country first in their firm commitment to unravel the truth and hold leaders accountable. This gives me the hope that we have worthy partners in the struggle to reclaim the country we call our home. This quest is not for or about Atiku Abubakar. It is a quest for the enthronement of truth, morality, justice, and accountability in our public affairs. In line with this, let me call on all well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, our religious leaders, our traditional leaders, our community leaders, our political leaders, and in particular, Governor Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso of the NNPP, and the leaders of every political party in Nigeria, and indeed every single person who loves this country, as I do, and who wishes nothing but the best for this country as I do, to join me in this campaign to enshrine probity, accountability, and the basic principles of justice, morality, and uprightness in our country and in our government. This is a task for each and every one of us. Let me, therefore, at this juncture, thank you for listening. May God bless you all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, former Vice President, candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the last presidential election, and by the grace of God, the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please put your hands together. Well, we have friends in the house, we have colleagues in the house. All technical questions will be taken that has to do with law will be taken by our friends. So, yes, Chief Sokocha this day.
Okay, I will sit.
Yes, you will sit here, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Much has been said about the real documents from the Chicago State University. I want the former Vice President, the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku, to tell us in clear words, because many papers, many television stations, many radio stations have been giving various versions of the documents handed over to you. Sir, what did the documents handed over to you say about the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Thank you, sir. And secondly, sir, of what value will these documents handed over to you will be at the Supreme Court?
Thank you. Thank you, Chief Sokocha of these day newspapers. Eniola of African Reports, that's an international platform, yes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, colleagues, and everyone here. A spokesman for the president said that what you are doing against the president is a form of betrayal. And they said that in 2007, the president gave you a platform to run with and all that. And now you are, embarrassing him on an international stage. Don't you fear that this bond between you will be permanently broken? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. His Excellency will take the question from the African Reports, while Barrister Carlo will respond to this day's newspaper's inquiry.